Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Sever7, and today we are taking a look at the Azusa Bladeworks Helldorado, and that's with the ultimate goal of seeing if it's worth adding to your collection or your daily carry rotation. Now, this was designed by Adam of Azusa Bladeworks and OEM'd by Migaron, and I got this by way of the Lefty Pass-Around group, and I just realized we have a screw loose. So we're gonna take care of that. No, too big. Here we go. Good. Sorry, it's just annoying. Everything else good? Yep. 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 Okay, cool. All right. So jumping right into it, we have this really nice blue micarta. I've never been a big micarta fan, but this blue is stunning. It's so hydrating to look at. Like if I was thirsty and I looked at it, I wouldn't be thirsty anymore. But I really enjoy the way it looks and the way it feels. It's grippy. We've got really nice satin hardware, nothing too crazy. I feel like I would like, I don't know, it might be too much, but I feel like if the hardware was this like gray PVD, I think it would look really good. And you would just have the gray on blue and nothing else. Yeah, I think that'd be pretty sick. But nothing too crazy going on, really. We've got the Azusa Bladeworks logo right there. It's like a little eagle flying that way. This does have the profile of a bald man, right? But they're going to work on that. Relatively slim profile, mill titanium deep carry, relatively deep carry pocket clip. You'll have some sticking out. You'll be sticking out from like my fingernail up, right? So relatively deep carry. We do have this nice back spacer. I'm not sure if that's, I think it's G10. I might be wrong though, but I believe it's a G10 backspacer. But overall, nothing too crazy. Let's take a look at the ergonomics. So I really like whenever I'm able to get like actually a handle just like this. I like it very slender into, a bit more robust, because that allows me to basically, like, it just gives you more grip, right? Like I can squeeze on, because I like the aesthetic of a thinner handle, so I can squeeze on, but know that I'm not going to lose the knife because it's got this big butt back here, right? So ergonomics feel really good. I do wear a large size glove, and ignoring the choil, I'm about, I don't know, maybe an XL hand could fit on here too. But if we introduce the choil, then like anybody could use this. It's so comfortable and so inviting and so useful. Like that choil is fan-freaking-tastic. But I gotta say, the design element that I really enjoy the most is that there's so much blade to handle. I love when there's an oversized blade like this that is just jutting out of the handle. One of my favorite design aesthetics ever. I've got a few knives in the works, and two of them are just like this, where it's got a handle and then it's got a whole lot just jutting out. Huge blade, little bitty handle. I also enjoy very much how it's really slender here and really slender here, but then it turns into such a massive blade. I love that. It looks so good. Don't care for the bald man, but like I said, they're gonna fix that. What they're gonna do is they're gonna take this jimping, which is functional jimping, by the way. It's a little aggressive, but it's deep and it is functional. They're gonna walk this jimping up to make this a front flipper, and to kind of fix the bald man aesthetic. So I think they plan on adding, I want to say like 3, I think 3 more jimps, which is fine. What's cool about this knife is, well, there's 2 things that make it awesome, other than the looks. One of those things is the fact that this blade is, if you can see it, Vanax. So you'd be like, okay, Vanax steel, that's a super premium steel. It's a 10 out of 10 as far as corrosion resistance goes. It's mid-range as far as edge retention and toughness, but corrosion resistance, like through the roof. But Vanax is typically something we see on very expensive knives. This is not a very expensive knife. So we'll talk about the price here in just a little bit, but this is not a very expensive knife, and that's part of the reason this knife is so interesting. So we are rocking Vanax, and we already kind of talked about what that's good for. We know we have the functional jimping. I want to say, I believe this is a hollow grind. Now, sometimes there's flat grinds that are so thin, they kind of feel like they could be hollow. Let me see if I can use this card here. Nope, it's a flat. My bad. That's my bad, guys. So we have a very tall flat grind here. Polished edge. Really nothing too insane. Except all of it. Like the blade's wicked cool looking. It's Vanax, you know, all good stuff. Let's talk about the action though. So it's interesting. It's an interesting design choice because most knives would have this stuff here covered up. I'm happy they didn't do that. Like right there is the pivot. You can see it. Right? I love that because that's what contributes to the very tiny handle. But as far as the action goes, I don't know if it's because it gives you more leverage or if it's just a trick of the eye, but I feel like I have so much leverage with these studs. And the action is crisp, but easy. It doesn't take a lot of force to get it out. That's what she said. Disengagement is very comfortable. It's got a longer travel, but it's not very tight. Like it's tight enough to stay locked up, but it's not very tight as in like you really have to dig your finger at it to get it to move. The close. Super good. Yeah, the action on this thing is pretty phenomenal, considering the price point too. Let's get some specs out of the way. So overall, we're looking at 7.625 inches. Let me just double check really quick. Okay, yeah. The website said 3.5 inches of blade, but your cutting length is only about 3 inches, right? So yeah, if you count the entire thing, you're at 3.5. But as far as actual usable space, you're at about 3 inches, which is still more than enough. I mean, that's plenty for daily EDC stuff. Blade to handle ratio is 0.82, which is phenomenal. 0.8 is the ideal. Anything above that is just a bonus. My blade that's in my knife that's in development is a blade to handle of 0.85. So that's pretty freaking sweet. Anyway, the weight on this thing, it says 3.61 on the website, but I measured at 3.4. So I'm going to go with 3.4. Size comparisons. Up against the milled aluminum Civivi Brazen. The third best Civivi ever made next to the Visions. And we're coming in a little shy of the Brazen. Let's check out the Real Steel Sylph. We're coming in, I'd say maybe 3/4 of an inch longer than the Real Steel Sylph. And now the best budget knife of the year so far, the Migaron Gotov, and we are coming in about an inch, I'd say about an inch and a quarter longer than the Migaron Gotov. So not a full size knife, but definitely not a small knife, especially with that choke up position. It feels like a big knife in hand because of how much room you have. But I mean, look at this. I'm spread all the way out. Like, this is good. I will say the jimping is a tad sharp. It's like, because you're only pushing on really 2 or 3 jimps at a time, and they're pretty deep and aggressive. So it's not like it's pointy, but when you only have so much surface area and you're putting pressure, it kind of hurts a little bit. And not anything unbearable, like it doesn't hurt, but it's just less comfortable. I wish they would have doubled the jimps and made them or close the gap in between the jimps. Like, I love the way it looks aesthetically, but I think it would have made more sense to not have such wide gaps, because then you would have the option, like if these were closer together, maybe you could rest on 4 of them, right? So, all right, what's the price on this bad boy? So for the Vanax, the Blue Micarta, for this whole package here, it's like $99.99, like somewhere right around there. It's just shy of $100, which is ridiculous. Because typically we don't see Vanax on knives that are under, $250. Like, I think Wee's cheapest Vanax knife is like right around $300. We just typically don't see Vanax at this price point. And, if we did, and you asked me what would the handle be made of, I would have said injection molded, maybe if we're lucky, G10, maybe steel. If they said we're going to give you Vanax at $100, what's the handle made out of? These are the things that would have come to mind. But in this case, they gave us there's a few different options. There is G10 options as well. But this is the absolute best as far as I'm concerned. This Blue Micarta is stunning. I absolutely love it. I think there's a black G10 option, and I can't remember what else. Maybe a white G10. But no, this is the version I want, for sure. The execution of this knife is classic Migaron quality. They're the ones who are delivering bangers like the Gotov. This is D2 in aluminum for $29 and some change. And this knife definitely punches way above its price point. So, I would trust them to be probably the best brand to deliver the best knife possible at $100. And I think they did just that. This thing has the looks. It has the ergos. It's got the functionality. It's got the Vanax blade steel. This thing rocks. Right now, it's even better because it's a pre-order. I believe it ships before the end of the year. I want to say it ships in December maybe, if not sooner. But if you pre-order one of these for $100, you get a Cochise, which is a Azusa Bladeworks exclusive Migaron. Normally it's like $40. A great knife. Once again, we know Migaron does great work, even at $29. But you get a Cochise included for free. That's like a $40 knife. So not only are you getting this knife, which is amazing at $100, but they're also gifting you a second knife, which is amazing at $40. So, if you were ever going to get Vanax, if that was important to you, and you like the aesthetic of this knife, literally, I don't even get paid for saying this. I don't have an affiliate link. I don't have anything. I just believe that this is a ridiculously good deal. That Cochise knife is pretty dope. I haven't reviewed one, but I have handled one. It's super fidgety. Sorry for the shake. But yeah, I recommend the pre-order of this 110%. Just this knife by itself at $100, I'd recommend it 110%. But the fact that you can get this and a free knife, that's a $40 value included, 2 knives for $100, one of them has Vanax, it's ridiculous. Absolutely insane value. And especially around Christmas time, if you wanted to gift a knife to somebody, you buy this for yourself and then you gift the cochise. I guess you could vice versa that, but that's what I would do in a heartbeat. Because, like, shoot, I'd pre-order 3 of these and then plan what knife buddy's going to get the cochise. Because it's a unique knife, not something you see very often. Super fidgety, super practical, right? It's a good knife. Go to Azusa Bladeworks and check it out. But yeah, 110% all day long. All day, every day. I don't know how long they're going to be doing the free cochise with it. I assume it's until, like, as long as supplies last or whatever. The cochise will ship with this knife. It won't ship sooner. So you'll be getting 2 knives in the mail at the same time. It'll be a new knife day for you and a new knife day for somebody else. Unless you're like me and you're just a greedy jerk and you keep both of them. That's also fine. So for me, this would absolutely be a daily carry. I mean, it's practically begging for that with the blade it's giving you. I mean, it was slicing all day. All day. Amazon packages won't stand a chance. Cat litter, it's too late. You're already cut. Yeah, I just love this thing. So tell me down in the comments, is this something that you would add to your collection? Is this something that would be an everyday carry for you? Or does this knife just completely miss the mark? And if so, why? Let me know down in the comments. If you found this content entertaining or enjoyable, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And until the next time, guys, peace.